Hello. Today I would like to discuss the book Everybody Lies from author Seth Stevens Davidowitz. In his book, the author talks about big data, new data, and what the internet can tell us about who we really are. Through his own research, but also other scientific research, it has been revealed that big data provides much more honest truth from people than it would be in online services or that might be admitted to others in person. And mainly the author talks about the four powers of big data, but also some limitations big data has. The first power of big data would be that big data offers up new types of data. Some data that may not have been collected before or analyzed before. So big data's value is not really the size of it, but the type of different information that it collects, and that information can then be analyzed and provide new insights that was not there before. An example would be a Washington article on the subject, which talked about how the police department in North Carolina turned data into knowledge by using big data. The department was able to see the correlations between events, historical data, the people involved in the crimes in the big picture, and therefore were able to better allocate their resources, which resulted in a reduction of violent crimes in that area. Second power of big data is that it serves as a digital truth serum. Big data provides honest opinion. People admit to online sources things or thoughts, beliefs, truths, fears that they might not admit in surveys or to others. An example the book gave was that their racism is still very much alive. That can be found truthful by an article by David Smith that talks about how Trump won the election. Although he showed outrageous behavior, offensive statements that were against women, African Americans, Mexicans, Muslims, and the disabled, he still won the election. People might have not admitted to supporting the candidate, but Google search results could have predicted prior that there was a favoritism for Trump at that time. Also, it helps knowing that people are not alone in the insecurities and embarrassing behavior because others have asked those questions too, although might not admit it to others in person. It will also alert to people that might be suffering and lead from problems to solution. An example would be a New York Times article by Dan Hurley that talks about algorithm and if that can tell if kids are in danger or not. Big data used in this case can much quicker alert officials to a situation where a child might be in danger because data is collected from different sources and that gives an overall picture that might be hard to see if screeners have to go physically through all the paperwork that has been collected and talk to different people. So it's a much quicker and more overall look at the situation and can then help to better and more quickly address if a child is in danger or not. The third power is that big data also allows to zoom in on small subsets of people and gives insight on what people believe and what really drives people. And the fourth power is that big data has the ability to conduct many casual experiments, and it can be conducted anytime, anywhere, as long as the person is online. An example of that would be an article by Bernard Marr. Talks about how big data can help to address a big health crisis, which is the cause of accidental death, the misuse of prescription drugs. With big data coming from different sources, pharmacies, doctors, etc., it can be also much quicker addressed, analyzed, and then either prevented or certain actions taken place that can prevent people from either overdosing, or it can also show a pattern for people that might have certain behaviors that might be more prone to being an opiate abuser. So big data is definitely important. It's only growing, and it has certainly its value, and it provides insight, and not only for businesses that can use it for marketing and their consumers, but also for social science to just get the more truthful picture at what people really think and what drives people and how to use that in a positive way. Thank you for your time.